So today we're going to take a look at allusions. Be sure to copy everything, including at least one example from the video. Now, to start off with, an allusion is an expression designed to call something to mind without mentioning it explicitly. It's an indirect or passing reference. The one thing to remember about allusions is that they tend to be for people who are really well versed in a wide background of literature or pop culture, things like that. If you are not familiar with some classic stories or with some pop culture references, you're not necessarily always going to get the allusion, and that's okay. For example, cupcakes are my Achilles heel. You may have heard something like this before. Something is my Achilles heel, or that's her Achilles heel, or this is his Achilles heel. Basically, Achilles is from Greek mythology. He was a really powerful soldier who was undefeatable. His heel was his weak point. It was the only place that he could be attacked and taken down. So saying something is somebody's Achilles heel means it's their weakness. So when I say that cupcakes are my Achilles heel, it means I really enjoy cupcakes. I can't turn them down. They are my weak point. Now keep in mind, an allusion and illusion are not the same thing. An allusion is what we talked about here. An illusion would be something like what David Blaine does in a magic show. Now, some more examples of allusion would be that you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. In this song, Love Story by Taylor Swift, she's referencing the Shakespearean tragedy Romeo and Juliet. Here you had two young, star-crossed lovers who were ultimately not allowed to be together because of who their families were. So, when Taylor Swift talks about Romeo and Juliet, she's hoping that you are familiar with that Shakespearean tragedy and that you know these two were forbidden to be together. So she's probably getting at the idea that whoever this young gentleman is that has come calling, he's not allowed to be with her either. Another example is, yeah, I'm up at Brooklyn, now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to De Niro, but I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. In this song, Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z, when he says that he's the new Sinatra, he's making an allusion to Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was a really well-known singer from back in the day, and he was really on top of his game. He starred in some movies. Everybody knew his music. So when Jay-Z is saying he's the new Sinatra, he's saying, he's on top of the game. Everybody knows him. He's really kind of the best of the best. When he goes on to say, since I made it here, I can make it anywhere, again, he is alluding to one of Sinatra's most well-known songs, New York, New York. And he's saying that, Sinatra said that if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Well, here, I've made it in New York, so I can make it anywhere as well. And then finally, for our third example, shot me out of the sky, you're my kryptonite, you keep making me weak. In this song, One Direction, One Thing, they're saying that you're my kryptonite. For those of you who are well versed in comic book lore, you know that kryptonite is a reference to a substance that takes away Superman's superpowers. So this is kind of like Achilles' heel from earlier in the video. When they're calling someone their kryptonite, they're saying that she's their weakness, that they make them weak in the knees, that they're kind of head over heels in love with her, and that she's got kind of the power over them. So these are some more examples of what an allusion is. As always, if you have any questions, please ask.